Hey guys, this is Chubs, and today I'm going to show you the new project that I've been working on here for the past week or so. This is called Real-Time Strategy Doom, and what you're looking at right now is the base area. The darkened squares that you see here are the locations you can build in, and if we upsize the interface, I'll show you the tools you have in your inventory. You have the build tool, and you also have the units tool. The build tool is used to construct buildings, and the units tool is used to train units from buildings that can do so. So let's downsize the interface, switch to our build tool, and when you activate a tool, you go into that corresponding menu, and the tools have infinite uses, so you never run out. So now that we're here in the build tool, you can go around to each plot of land or property and put down a building. So let's put down a power plant, a refinery, and let's put down a barracks here. So now that we've done this, let's go over the interface. In the upper left hand corner, in the green, you can see how much money I have, and in brackets just to the right of the total amount of money is how much I'm bringing in per second. So with this one refinery here, which produces money, I'm getting $5 per second. Just below the money, the red bar is the power bar. Now, you have to have power or sufficient power in order to train units. Right now it's red, which means it's insufficient, and if you have enough so that it's green, you have excess power. Right now, since we don't have sufficient power to train units, but we do have a barracks, let's go ahead and let's go into the build menu, see what we could do about this. So first I'm going to upgrade my power plant to a super power plant, and now you can see in the upper left hand corner I have 3 pluses, so my power bar is starting to fill up, but it's still not yellow. So let's put down another power plant, and now with those extra pluses added to the bar, we have sufficient power so we can train units. While we're at it, let's go back to the build menu and let's upgrade our refinery. Now it's a super refinery, and you can see in the brackets that I'm bringing in $10 per second instead of 5. So that's basically the economy in a nutshell. You have your power plants here, which give you power, and you can upgrade them to get more power. And you have your refineries here, the red brick buildings that bring in money, and if you upgrade them, they bring in more money per second. Now let's focus on the barracks and the unit tool. With the unit tool selected, if you activate it, it takes you to the building that can train units. Right now I have 2 units, the rifleman and a rocket soldier. Let's go ahead and just put a few out. So we'll mix it up just a little bit. 2 riflemen and a rocket soldier. Now that they're on their way out, let's see what it is they're up against. So, as you can see, there's a pretty substantial enemy force out here. Riflemen, rocket soldiers, tanks, vultures, dogs, just about everything. So these 3 men probably are not going to stand a chance. So while they're on their way out, let's activate the building tool again. Let's upgrade our barracks to a super barracks. And with the unit tool, we can see that we now have access to the jetpack troopers. Now these troopers are much stronger than the riflemen and rocket soldiers, and of course more expensive too. So our troops are out doing okay for now, but as you can see, once the enemy forces gang up on them, they don't last long. So now that they're dead, let's go back into our base and get a game plan going here. So I'll put down a missile turret. This is for defense. Right now missile turrets are not coded, so they don't do anything, but just show you what they look like. And kennels. These kennels allow you to produce dogs, and if I upgrade this to a super kennel, we could train hellhounds, which are these really fast black dogs here. And this hellhound here will probably die, but if they can get close enough to attack, they actually breathe fire and everything. See, he breathed fire, but yeah, he got toasted. So let's put down a war factory, and you can see now in the upper left we don't have enough power, so instead of building another power plant, why not just sell our barracks and get some power that way? So that's just one example of many of different ways you can play the game. I could have put down another power plant, but I chose to sell one of my buildings, and I could have even sold this missile turret or kennel to get more power. So you can see there are many strategies you can use. So let's upgrade our power plant or our war factory to a super war factory. And inside this war factory you can see we have access to the vultures, which are the flying cars that shoot those lasers, the battle tanks, which you saw there just a second ago, and giant mechs, which are the most expensive and best units in the game. You can see now in the upper left hand corner we have a lot of money and we can afford 2 of these. So let's go ahead and train 2. Now these are very tough units. They have a chain gun mounted on the front, and they can attack units that are far away by launching out grenade clusters. These 2 mechs will not have any trouble taking out this force here. You can see the grenade cluster coming in. Looks like it missed. That one got him. And yeah, they should have no trouble dealing with this force here. They have a lot of health and a lot of firepower, but they're very expensive, and if you're not careful, if you buy too many of them, you could run out of money. You see, they're just tearing it up out here. Absolutely tearing it up. So they have one, and now that they've killed all enemy forces, they'll proceed along this path, which leads to the enemy base. Now in multiplayer, this is where the opposing player would be at. He would be building stuff separately and sending units along this path the opposite way to come into your base. And the way in which you win in this game is you have to get one of your units down into this bunker, or he has to do the same to you. And that's exactly where these mechs are going to. So they'll continue along here. They'll walk right down into this bunker. As soon as they do, the game will end, and you'll be declared victorious. As you can see there, the map name for now is Twin Tunnels, because you have these 2 tunnels you go into. Something else that's pretty cool about this is you can go to another difficulty level, like I'm Too Young to Die, and then if you go out here and look at the force, it's substantially smaller, just a few riflemen and some dogs. A battle tank would have no trouble chewing through this force here. So different difficulty levels give you different enemy forces to fight against, and at this time 1 versus 1 multiplayer is supported and it has been tested, and it does work. So I hope you guys like what you see, and if you have any questions or anything like that, let me know in the comments, and check the description for a download link.